أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. So this is my first video on this channel. So today's topic is about Islamic entrepreneurship. So the reason that I am talking about this topic is a lot of people try to conflate normal entrepreneurship with Islamic entrepreneurship. They kind of think that it's same, right? But in reality, they are quite different, right? Yes, entrepreneurship is a kind of business. I mean, Alhamdulillah, a lot of people right now are leaving their job and turning to business, trying to help people with their ideas, with their startup ideas. So if you think from if you think that from an Islamic perspective, that's good, because Islam encourages Muslim to do business, right? But there is difference between Islamic business and normal business, and there's a difference between Islamic entrepreneurship and normal entrepreneurship. So what is entrepreneurship? Entrepreneurship is using your own idea to help people. And in this day and age, you can become an entrepreneur by using digital marketing platforms, right? I mean, it has become so easy now for anyone to become an entrepreneur. And in entrepreneur or in marketing terminologies, there is a word that is niche, which means that you can build a business around a niche. You cannot build a business around everything, right? You have to choose a particular sector. In marketing terminologies, this choosing a sector is known as niche. So while choosing a niche, you have to understand that you should choose an area where you are expert, right? That means that if you try to build a business around a niche, then you have to choose the area which you are good at, right? Which you are good at. But there's another thing that you have to understand, that when you consider Islamic entrepreneurship, you just cannot choose any niche you want, right? Even though you're good at it. For example, you are good at playing guitar. You are good at making music, right? You are a good songwriter, but it is haram, right? Even though you are good at it, even though you can build a business around that music niche, but it's haram in if you consider Islamic entrepreneurship, which means that you cannot just go into any niche you want to go, right? Because you have to set the boundaries, you have to set the regulations when you are talking about Islamic entrepreneurship. You have some regulations that you have to impose on your business. So you have to understand that whenever you talk about Islamic entrepreneurship, then while choosing a niche or while choosing a sector for your business, you have to understand that that sectors need to be halal. It cannot be haram. Okay. Don't think that just making your business or uh, naming your business with some Islamic word that doesn't make your business halal, right? What you're selling, what service you're providing, is the crucial thing, right? And that's where Islamic entrepreneurship is different from normal typical entrepreneurship that we see now in this day and age. And another point that I want to include is that, okay, now let's say that you have decided to do a business that is Islamic. You have an idea which is halal, right? Now you might think, okay, if I want to go into Islamic entrepreneurship, that means that I have to choose a niche that will will necessarily favor that will necessarily serve the interest of Islam. In reality, That's not the case, right? All you have to understand is that whatever niche you are going to, it has to be halal. It doesn't matter if that necessarily serve Islam or not. For example, a lot of people right now making online courses about Arabic, and there are some courses about Islamic studies, right? So these are entrepreneurship idea that is serving Islam directly, right? But on the other hand, if you talk about such as online grocery store, which is halal, but it doesn't necessarily serving Islam, okay? And then you can talk about clothing store, it doesn't necessarily helping Islam, but it's halal. Think of halal business in this way. For example, you have set up an online grocery store, right? You might think, okay, what kind of favor this business is doing to Islam? Nothing. You might think in your head, but it's not true, right? Because you are creating halal employments for people, right? A lot. If you create for example, if you have set up an online grocery store, then you might need graphic designers, then you might need marketing people. So you're creating employment for Muslims, right? You're helping them to not go into haram business, and encouraging the Muslim youth to do Islamic business, to be a part of halal employment. So think in this way, right? Your business doesn't necessarily have to serve Islam, right? As long as it's halal, as long your intention is right, and as long you're going through Islamic guidelines in your business, that's good. You don't have to create a business. You're not forced to create a business that is serving Islam directly. So to recap, the whole topic is the first one is, in Islamic entrepreneurship, you cannot go to any niche you want, right? You have to choose a niche that is halal, that is good, that is according to the Islamic guidelines, right? And if you're confused about your particular niche, then go ask a mufti, ask an alim, ask a scholar. The second point is, your business doesn't have to necessarily serve Islam directly, right? Just go for a halal business, even though it's not helping Islam directly, uh, because you will see that along the way you are creating halal employments for Muslim youth, right? So that's it for today. I hope you guys have benefited from this little conversation, and if you did, then please subscribe and like this channel. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.